I'm sorry, boy. Oh, come on. Don't do the dance. Don't make this harder than it has to be.
Soldier 11 is dead. Thanks for watching. Go pull Evelyn. No, but in all seriousness, Soldier 11 is far from dead. The release of Evelyn is more to be exact, the Heartstrings Nocturne has provided a massive buff that someone like Soldier 11 can take full advantage of. Due to the release of Heartstrings Nocturne, Soldier 11 has been opened up to a new route of possibilities besides just let me try to get as much crit rate as possible, due to the flexibility that she has now in her kit. Heartstrings Nocturne comes with a base attack of 713, which is definitely slightly higher compared to Brimstone. However, the crit rate 24%, like Steel Cushion, has helped out tremendously to keep up her crit rate. Strings of Melody, which is the passive effect that comes from the ball, or the W engine, is fantastic. Crit damage is increased by 50% when the equipper enters the field or activates Chain Attack or Ultimate. They gain 1 stack of Heartstring. Each stack allows the equipper Chain Attack or Ultimate to ignore 12.5% of the target's fire resistance, stacking up to 2 times, and each stack lasts 30 seconds, and they can be reset individually. This is a fantastic W engine for someone like Soldier 11. Just the ability just to rip through something when you're going to do your basic ultimate combo just to keep her fire suppression running. It's absolutely phenomenal. And then like you don't even really have to change your soldier builds as much. Like a lot of people ran a 4-piece Inferno Metal and 2-piece Woodpecker. You know, those are staple builds for Soldier 11. This could push her to the upper echelon of close to 100% crit rate, which is nuts to think about. Standard banner character to be able to hit it. Like I know Evelyn can hit it way easier. She's got like her core pass and all that built in, but Soldier 11 has so much utility going for her this time around. It's not even funny. You don't even really need to do a 4-piece set this time around. I believe like the best setup would come into 3 2-pieces, like running 2-piece Inferno Metal, Woodpecker, Song and Branch, and or Puffer Electro. These are fantastic 2-piece options that will work tremendously to Soldier now, thanks to Heartstrings Nocturne carrying Soldier's weakness up to the modern day equivalent of like any of the limited characters we have. And then you've got the, all the team builds we already know about. Like you got Caesar Lucy, you got Lighter Caesar, you got Lighter Astra, Kaleda Astra, all these teams we know about. You can even run King Chi if you want to, increase that stun damage multiplier further instead of like someone like Caesar or Kaleda, but it's an option. But then you got to think about like 1.6 with like now we're getting more Oval Squad members. Now thanks to someone like Trigger has opened the door for so many possibilities for someone like Soldier. You can run Arena for more pen ratio. You can run Astra just to keep these two going back and forth because Trigger's an on-field, off-field stunner from what we know. Then, depending on how these kits work, like, maybe something possibly like Trigger and Silver Soldier Ambi working with Soldier, where Soldier works more like a burst DPS, take care of the stun window, while Ambi and Trigger deal with when the bosses or the enemies are not stunned. This has opened so many gameplay options that Soldier didn't have previously due to the lack of something like crit rate. And then, right now, like looking at my Soldier, I'm sitting at 77.8% crit rate and a 212% crit damage without any external character help. Now, I'm not running the best team because I love Caesar and Lucy, because, sometimes waifu over meta, but it's definitely still a phenomenal jump. And then running against someone like something like the mech that's resistant to fire and deadly assault, and you're still breaking 100k easily just from the setup of Strings and Melody from Heartstrings Nocturne. It's fan-fucking-tastic. You can't really get much more damage than this. And I don't even have an optimal build, mind you. Like my Woodpecker drives suck. They're like mid at best, but like I'm running a mid deck. So like if I were to actually go get the stats I want, you definitely would see it. And, you know, the stats that you want haven't really changed. Like, you know, Disc 4, you're definitely probably going to want crit damage. Disc 5, you're going to want attack percent or fire damage bonus. But, like, you know, that'll depend on how much attack bonus you actually are running. And then, you know, Disc 6, you get attack percentage. But none of that's really going to change. Now it just comes down to what combination of these disc drives would most benefit for your character. Like, now I feel like Inferno Metal is no longer a requirement, and the sheer benefits you get from the Strings of Melody passive from Heartstrings Nocturne is insane. And then, like, if you're like someone who likes to do a defensive block, guess what? You throw in Soldier to do it, guess what? She's got her buffs. Now you're set for the burst window. Now you just got to sit here and stun the crap out of the enemy. And like I said, I don't have the optimal team. Like, probably the optimal setup for me that I would think as of right now would probably be Soldier, Lighter, and Caesar, or Soldier, Lighter, and Astra. But I don't have my Astra built, and I missed that on Lighter. So, yeah, I'm an idiot on that. But even with someone like my Lucy, like, I only have Mindscape 5 Lucy. Running her, you get a bonus 10% to crit damage. That's even more damage that's coming out. It's absolutely insane. And then, like, you know, when you get to, like, Rosonium stuff, you're pushing up to the upper echelons of 400, 500k. And I know Evelyn can do this, but, like, I'm a Soldier 11 enthusiast. I have been since the game launched, and I probably will continue to be, because every time I think I'm going to work on somebody else, I turn around and work on this bitch. There's always room for improvement, and it's like when Heartstrings Nocturne could be a turning point for how this game is set a precedent. Like, you know, I skipped Evelyn because I love Soldier. But, you know, it doesn't mean that I made the wrong choice. Yeah, technically speaking, Soldier might be inferior to Evelyn, but not by much, which is absolutely amazing. And then you open the possibility she's standard banner. Her Mindscapes are way easier to get compared to Limited, because you could lose a 50-50. There's a Soldier 11. Yeah, no, losing 50-50 sucks, but she's there. You got her in the standard banner. If you get an S rank, there she is. She could possibly be there. You could get her to her Mindscape 6, which I will say, some of her Mindscapes are kind of meh, but some of them are absolutely fantastic. Like, I believe it's either 2 or 3. I can't remember. But, like, her Mindscape 2 no, I'm pretty sure it's her 2. Mindscape 2, she will get the benefit of her ball for, like, a 3% crit, 3% damage boost. So then it's just like, why run her ball? Because these attack percentage bonuses have diminishing returns. So why run the ball? And that's where you get Heartstrings Nocturne. To make up for that lack of foresight, where now she needed crit rate, the ball gives. She wants crit damage, the ball gives. She ignores target's fire resistance, the ball gives. Stack that with Lighter, that's even more. The possibilities are endless. And even if you want to do slightly more free-to-play related, like, you know, if you have Astra and Paletta, that's also a fantastic option, because while you're setting up your chain attacks to do your stuff with Heartstrings Nocturne, Paletta is providing a 35% damage bonus against the target per chain attack, stacking up to twice, which is insane. And then you pop Astra's ult, and then you can do even more chain attack. What? There's so much team ability possibilities thanks to this ball with Soldier. It's not even funny. And then, like I said, we have 1.6 to look to. We got Silver Soldier Ambi, a on-field DPS that helps with stun. You had Trigger, a supposed off-field stunner. So these two would work in tandem. And what would you probably want? You either want a support for Ambi, or you're going to run a burst DPS like Soldier for this scenario, and it will be fan-fucking-tastic. So I will say, as a final note, if you love Soldier 11, you're hyped for Oval Squad to come out in the next patch, if you've got the spare polychromes, get Heartstrings Nocturne. Do not let it pass you up. This provides the same benefits that Steel Cushion would, and more. It's really freaking insane. Well, that's all I got to say. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, share it with your friends, you know. Let everyone know that Soldier 11's still in this bitch, even though she might have slightly been power crept. The bitch is not dead. Long breathe Oval Squad.